Welcome to This Week at Otterbein. I'm Lily Van Weingarten. On this show, learn how you can do more to combat sexual assault.
And I'm Jacob Stainer. Also this week, hear about an Otterbein theater professor's final show at Otterbein. But first, end of the year finals stressing you out? Come to the library April 10th and 17th at noon for 1-hour yoga sessions designed to help you roll the stress away and help you get through the end of the semester. Space is limited to 15 participants and participation is first come, first serve. Please bring your own mat and water bottle. Don't forget to wear comfortable clothing.
The Courtwright Memorial Library will be celebrating 10 years of Sarah's Corner and 20 years of the Friends of the Courtwright Memorial Library next Tuesday, April 12th. A discussion and book signing will be held by former children's poet laureate and Otterbein's own J. Patrick Lewis. The event will begin with a commemoration ceremony for Sarah's Corner at 6:30 p.m. in the lower level of the library, which will be followed by Lewis's discussion and book signing.
Looking for a way to improve your knowledge on health and well-being? I met with Dr. Robert Braun and his students over their upcoming health fair and how he and his class put it together.
First step is a needs assessment. So all the students in the class will interview other students on campus, faculty, staff, administrators, and try to find out what they believe the needs of our community, the students, are. And based on the results, then we identify vendors, exhibitors that could potentially participate. We write up objectives, we contact those exhibitors, we get raffle drawings, etc. So by the end of about 2 months, we have a nice, well-designed health fair that then we implement in the campus center.
We have grocery stores so you can see what to buy, what things are healthy to buy. We have the Columbus Minority Health Department coming in. We have Columbus Sleep Medicine coming in. We have some chiropractors. A little bit of everything for everyone. It's going to be a really good event. We're really excited for it.
It's Rob Braun approved. Be there.
The health fair will take place on April 14th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the campus center. Contact Dr. Braun for more information.
Last night, the Sisters of Tau Epsilon Mu held an event to bring awareness to victims of sexual assault. Here's a clip of the night.
Statistics at you, but there's problems with the statistics. One thing is that with official statistics, we know that these things are underreported. People tend not to report being victims of rape, of domestic violence, of other kinds of assaults that have to do with an intimate partner of some kind. So it's very hard to actually get good counts on that.
Help us emphasize that no means no, and that alcohol does not excuse anyone's actions. Help us take back the night.
For more information on sexual assault, you can schedule an appointment by emailing the Counseling Center with the email below.
The Otterbein Theater Department will be hosting a performance of Fiddle on the Roof. This show will also be the final performance of Professor John Stefano. Reporter Boston Gregg has more.
I'm John Stefano. I'm playing Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. It's the last role I will play at Otterbein. It's the last production that I will work on at Otterbein since I'm retiring in July of this year. After 24 years teaching at Otterbein, they've been a joy, and 47 years of teaching total. It's been a life. That's kind of the theme of the show, l'chaim, to life. I was talking about it this morning with a colleague, and we were musing on some of the lyrics. God would like us to be joyful even as our hearts lie panting on the floor, is one of the things that Tevye sings. And the sense of going back and forth between elated happiness and real tragedy is part of what this play is all about, and it feels like a wonderful thing for me to be working on here at the end of my career. I've really loved working with the students on this production. I haven't done it since I played John Adams in 1776, the musical, and that was in 1998, so that's 18 years ago. This production has been particularly joyful because of the nature of the role of Tevye, being a parent to 5 daughters and really his entire community, and getting a chance to work with these kids and challenge them and have them challenge me has just been extraordinary. I've worked with Stella Kane, our choreographer, on many productions, including West Side Story. I've worked with Laurie K. Harvey. I've been Lenny's artistic director on his previous productions. But I've never been an actor working with them. And they couldn't be more supportive or more creative or more helpful. And watching them work, along with the designers, T.J. Gerkins, the lighting designer, and Rob Johnson, who designed the sets, and Julia Ferreri, who is doing the costumes. It's just been a joy.
This past weekend, OTV had the opportunity to chat with the New Albany band New Hollow on subjects ranging from their start and songs coming out, all the way to who in the band would be more likely to survive a zombie apocalypse. Chad, Mookie, and Evan performed at the Clements Center Saturday night exclusively for Otterbein students. Here's a clip from the interview.
You want to school over, you don't want to school over.
Been doing thing.
I always like doing the thing where he's like, and he's like, in the end of time, there was a man who knew the way. And the writing was written on the stone. And then he's like, Joanne, Miss Freddie. Like, okay, I'm not going to do it right now. In this heart he knew the artist must be true. But the legend of the wrench was way past due. Okay, I'm
Well, you think you'll be just fine without me, but you're mine. How can you kick me out of the band? And then it's just where Freddie's like, there's some problem there. The band is mine. How can you get me out of the band?
It's like playing big old explosions.
Yeah.
So like confetti comes down.
Oh my God.
It's a work in progress.
The legend of the rent was way hardcore. Dude, I love when they actually play.
We're not hardcore. So we're not hardcore. Guess you live hardcore. Guess you live hardcore. Okay.
Dude, it's so wow.
I'm sorry.
That they play at the show.
Oh, that's the one. The School of Rock.
Baby was getting straight.
A's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That song was awesome.
Days.
So funny.
Where could we find the rest of that interview?
It's actually on Otterbein TV's YouTube channel, so you can check out the whole interview there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So when we return, we'll see how Otterbein softball and baseball did against Baldwin Wallace.
And see how an Otterbein baseball coach notches a milestone win.
Today, Eric Almirola behind the wheel in that 43 car.
We all have a role to play here at Richard Petty Motorsports. We respect each other, work hard, and that helped us get the big win in Daytona. My partners in the U.S. Air Force also know that it takes a team to make each mission a success. Your coworkers, family, and friends are your team. Treat them with respect, and together you can accomplish great things. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
You'd do anything to take care of that spot on your lawn, so why not take care of that spot on your skin? Check your skin for suspicious or changing spots. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out what to look for.
Be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers.
Dude!
They're not looking out for you.
Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Drownings are a leading cause of death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Always watch them in and around water. Properly fence all pools and stay away from drains. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafety.
It was a successful beginning to the week for Cardinal sports teams against Baldwin Wallace.
First, for the Otterbein softball team, they took down the Yellow Jackets at home twice for the weekend sweep on Sunday. The Cardinals won both games in 5 innings with an 8-0 win the first one and 12-1 victory the second game. It was the success of sophomores that helped the Cardinals in the win, both on offense and defense. Sophomore pitcher Rachel Owens picked up the win in the circle after giving up just 1 hit in Game 1. Sophomore first baseman Megan Gardner picked up OAC Hitter of the Week honors after going 5 for 6 with 4 RBIs on the weekend against Baldwin Wallace. The Cardinals will next take to the field on Sunday against Capital here at Otterbein, weather permitting. First pitch is set for 1 p.m. The Otterbein baseball team also took it to the Yellow Jackets up in Berea. The Cards swept Baldwin Wallace Tuesday by a final score of 12-4 and 6-4. The duo of Robert Kemmer and Craig Prince picked up the win on the bump for the Cardinals. Caleb Norton also picked up his 3rd save of the season in the 6-4 win. The Cardinals were led offensively in the series by Tyler Kent. Kent went 6 for 10 and produced 4 RBIs. Otterbein will next take to the field Saturday in Bexley as they take on longtime rival the Capital Crusaders. First pitch is set for 1 p.m. Make sure to head over to OtterBeinCardinals.com for all schedule updates with Otterbein baseball team. The Otterbein's women's tennis team continued their streak on Saturday indoors in the Clements Center. They also defeated the Yellow Jackets of Baldwin Wallace by a final score of 8-1. The Cards were led by junior Riley Markle, who went 4-0 last week and allowed her to receive OAC Player of the Week honors. The women's team will next take to the court on Saturday versus Capital inside the Clements Rec Center at 1 p.m. There have been many great coaches that have put their names in the history books by reaching major milestones and wins. One coach at Otterbein has done just that. David Kinder has more.
With a 12-4 win over Baldwin Wallace in Game 1 of an eventual sweep of the Yellow Jackets on Tuesday, head baseball coach George Powell crossed a major milestone, winning his 400th career game. The 400 mark puts the 17-year head coach in some elite company, but for Coach Powell, it's less about the numbers and more about the experience.
I reflect on the wins, the success that we've had is more based on, I think, what we do. I've been fortunate about I've always taken pride in the development side of the player, both on the field for success, but also, building them and hopefully teaching them things, bigger than the game.
Following the sweep of BW, the support from former players and friends was unending.
The outpouring, the texts, I was looking at it last night. I hope this doesn't sound too narcissistic, but I had 75 texts, probably 10 messages, and it's 400 wins. And I think, to me, what makes me proud is that, I hopefully have impacted people in a positive way.
Coach Powell is just the 8th coach in OAC history to crack the 400 wins mark. He still trails Dick Fishball, who holds the school wins mark record at 617. But for Powell, chasing his former mentor's win total isn't a goal.
But I'm certainly not shooting after 617. Dick Fishball was a mentor to me and was, outside of my father, the second biggest influence, certainly professionally in my life. And I would say I'd be remiss to say that's one thing I miss. I lost my dad a couple years ago, and that's one thing I really miss, when it comes to an accomplishment like this. I miss hearing my dad's voice saying, I wasn't sure how good a coach you were going to be, but I thought, watching you, you've done pretty good, and I'm proud of you. I miss that.
The OAC record for wins is held by Marietta's Don Shalley at 1,444, a mark that for Coach Powell is almost unthinkable.
With 1,400, I'm going to have to live to be about 100 to do that.
Coach Powell will go for wins 402 and 403 this Saturday as the baseball Cards take on Capital in Bexley in a doubleheader. For Otterbein TV, I'm David Kinder.
Well, guys, reaching 400 wins in any sport is an amazing milestone.
What an amazing accomplishment for Coach Powell and all the teams he's been a part of.
Definitely. Well, with Nintendo entering the app business, fans have been eagerly awaiting the first Nintendo app to be released, and it's finally here. On today's Tech Time with Jay, we take a look at Nintendo's first app, Miitomo.
Hey guys, and welcome back to this edition of Tech Time with Jay. I'm Jay Corbett, and today we're going to be taking a look at an app that was just recently released last week by Nintendo. The app will incorporate the Miis that have been introduced when the Wii first came out. The app is called Miitomo. Let's take a look at this brand new app, shall we?
Miitomo is an app from Nintendo that brings out a side of you and your friends that you have never seen before. How? By making a me of yourself that's your personal go-between. Ever wonder what fun details make, you? Well, your me will find out by asking you questions about yourself. Want your friends to know all about these little insights into your likes, dislikes, or just what you're thinking lately? Well, your me will go visit your friends and me characters and tell them, and vice versa. Miitomo is a new way to bring you and your friends together like never before. Would you expect anything less from Nintendo? Oh, and before I leave, I forgot to mention, your me actually talks to you. So, just a little fun thing to add in there about Miitomo. So guys, that is the app Miitomo. You can get it right now on the Google Play Store and the iOS App Store for free. It is a fun app. Me and almost all my friends in the Otterbein Gamers Guild have gotten this app, and it's a great way to answer questions and joke around with friends. And the funny thing about this app is it's oddly addicting. Like, every day I have checked in on my me, changed his clothes, answered questions, bought him new clothes. It's an oddly addictive game. And, well, not game, it's more like another way of personally getting to know people around you. So, yeah, it's another social app if you're into that. This is Tech Time with Jay. Hope you guys have a great week.
I wonder what Jay's me would look like.
Yeah, I'd imagine it looks a little like him, and it's interesting to see Nintendo getting involved in social media.
Yeah, I agree. But that's all for this week at Otterbein. Thanks for watching.